What's up guys, Chasing Langley here with episode number 64 of Welcome to Wroxham, and in today's episode we have got some brand new signings, a brand new year because January is upon us, and hopefully a good result. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, see you after the intro. So let's talk about where the season finds us so far, shall we? Let's look at the league table. We're still in 13th, just what we were in last episode. Currently have 35 points. We're only 4 points behind the playoffs though, so we're still in the mix just about. I mean, I say that, but we're also only 16 points ahead of the relegation zone. So we're closer to promotion than relegation. We're doing okay, just behind Woking, just ahead of Barnet, in a fairly solid situation. We've had a fairly mixed bag of results since we last met against Yeovil. We had a big jump, so we beat Northampton 1-0 with a goal from Ben Dodd, lost 1-0 to Wrexham, which is the game you saw. We beat Harrogate 2-0 with goals from Ryan Edwards and Ben Dodd. We then lost 3-1 in the Northern Section second round of the Papa John's Tampax Sherpa Bands Trophy. Jaden Williams scored that one. We lost 1-0 to Eastleigh away in the FA Cup. Bit disappointing, but I think we did the best we could with that, really. Cambridge United, 2-1 win, brace from Jaden Williams. Then a 2-0 loss to Barnet, a 2-0 loss to Crawley at home, a 1-0 win against Doncaster at home with a goal from Trent Cohen-Doherty, 3-1 loss to Rochdale with a goal from Jaden Williams, then a 1-0 loss to Harrogate, and a 2-0 win over Cheltenham with Joe Hugo and Ben Dodd scoring. So it's been, as I said, completely mixed bag of a month. We're now playing Rochdale again for the second time in about 12 days at home, hoping to get some revenge. Some players are ineligible because I've made some new signings. We're going to meet them in just a second. Let's go see the team selection. So I spent December doing some scouting, signing some guys who got released by their clubs, all that kind of good stuff. And I seem to have put together a decent side incorporating some of those players. But we'll go through the lineup. Randy Straker, of course, starts in goal. He's Randy Straker. He's currently unhappy. I'm not sure why he's unhappy. He probably wants a new contract. He does want a new contract. It's fine because I might end up actually selling him in this window because I've got a new goalkeeper lined up. We'll see how that goes. Martin Carrizzo starts at right back. New signing Fabio starts at centre half. Fabio is a versatile all-round kind of defender, actually. He's apparently best at right wing back, but can play all across the back, can use both feet. Very good signing for us. Joins us from Atlético Mineiro in Brazil, where he's played 128 times in the top flight of Brazilian football. So you know this kid definitely has some big potential if he's become a star in the Atlético Mineiro side. He actually got released by them. I didn't pay for him at all. He got released, which is curious for a player who's been, I think we'd have to say, a key member of their side for a few years. They released him. He's 20 years old. I signed him up, and he's gonna play for us for as long as we need him to, I think, because Fabio, I think, big potential for a player. We're going to be quite happy with him. Eddie Knight alongside him at centre-half. We've got Ryan Edwards at left-back, Javan Mitchell at defensive midfield. Another new signing, Rafael Diaz, has joined us. He's Mexican, joined us from CF Monterrey in Mexico. Another player who has played a lot of games for CF Monterrey in Mexico in the Liga MX. Basically the Mexican top flight, 127 appearances in the top flight in Mexico. But really good central midfielder, really good ball winning and box-to-box and Masala, all places we will use players. So I was quite happy to have those. Can also play on the right wing, can play up front. This guy's a bit of an all-round kind of player. 5 under-20 caps for Mexico, 2 goals already. So I'm a bit of a fan of this guy. I think he's going to be a big member of our team for a while going forward. So he starts in central midfield, alongside actually another brand new signing that we will meet, Jürgen Eliatim, who is not German, as he sounds like he should be. He is Colombian. He is not an international, which is curious. Has had a bit of a mixed bag of a career as well. He's a good central midfielder. He's 28 years old, so one of the more experienced players in the squad already. He's a good championship player, as in he would still be good in the championship. Played for Huddersfield in the championship for the last couple of years. Before that, he was with Watford. I believe he's actually a Watford player in real life, but he's spent some time on loan at Racing Santander, at Deportivo La Coruña, Ponferradina, Marbella. As I said, he's at Watford. He's kind of in that Watford-Granada kind of loop. Before that, at Leones in his native Colombia. So he's had a interesting career. Not as prolific as a goal scorer as Diaz, but hopefully they'll get a good relationship going and have a fun career together. And I think that's a good midfield partnership. I think central midfield is an area where we really needed to strengthen the team. She may say Bale and Williams are the front three, nice and straightforward. Here's a guy who's familiar to the channel. Finn Burns was with us at Swindon. Defensive midfielder / central defender, can do both quite well. Had an interesting career in the game so far, and in real life, of course. Started his career at Southend, which is nice. Man City bought him. He's not played for Manchester City, I don't believe, at any point in this game universe. Played 3 games on loan in the Championship at Swansea. Then had a full season in the Danish top flight at Nordsjælland. Before a full season in the Championship with Hull. Full season in the Championship with Sunderland. Went back to City for a while. 4 seasons at Girona. 2 full seasons at Girona. Before he got released by Manchester City. And we've picked him up, and I think he's going to be a great signing for us. Extra steel at the back and at defensive midfield is always something we can make good use of, because we have been a bit defensively frail this season. So I'm quite happy to have Finn Burns in the squad. I think he's going to be a big star for the future. Ross Inglis on the bench. Another signing we had at Swindon, actually, Amari Forson. Actually, a lot of these players we had at Swindon, though I think about it. Amari Forson's a Manchester United Academy product. And a Tottenham Academy product, but mostly at Manchester United, it has to be said. Had a good little career. We'll go right back to the start. Started at Spurs, joined Man United on a free. Hasn't played for Manchester United in this game. I think he has in real life. I might be wrong, but I think he has played for United in real life. Joined Nottingham Forest for 245k, and they loaned him straight out to Crawley, where he played in League One. Came back to Forest, played a couple of games in the Championship, went on loan to Wrexham. Last season in League Two, lots of performances for them. Now joins us on a free, having been released by Forest. And, not bad. Not bad as players go. We'll have a look at his attributes. He was very good for us at Swindon. Hopefully he's very good for us here at Wroxham as well. Really good lower league kind of player. Good passing, good vision, good dribbling. Can play all across the midfield. He's really going to be a bit of a boost for us in that respect. And alongside him on the bench, we have another newbie joining us. This is Nathan Young-Coombs, who joins us from Derby. Derby released him. He's a striker primarily, can play on either wing. Good pressing forward, so he gives Jaden Williams a bit of a competition, and he's quick, which is going to be very, very helpful for us. I think he will get a few goals when he gets into the team. He's 24, so he's already sort of slowing down his growth curve potential-wise, but season on loan at Derby last year, where he played 36 games, got 6 goals in the Championship. It was a good return. Previous that season on loan at Brentford, or started that season on loan at Brentford, as should be said. Didn't do anything in the Premier League. Had a season at Cardiff before that in the Championship, 41 games, 10 goals, a good return. League One, Peterborough, 39 appearances, 16 goals. I'll learn to read one day. Whilst on loan from Brentford, I believe. Season on loan AFC Wimbledon in League 2, got 12 goals in 46 games after Brentford signed him. Had some time at Rangers, some time at Chelsea, some time at Palace. So he's got the potential, he's got the speed. Hopefully he'll be a really good player for us this season and beyond. We'll see how he goes. He's only with us to the end of the season on contract officially, but I will try and extend if he looks good. Shea Ojo, another player we had at Swindon, another bit of a channel legend, 30 years old, Nigerian. This guy's played for everyone at this stage in his career. Let's go right back to the start to refresh the memories. Came through the youth team at MK Dons with Dele Alli, I seem to remember. Liverpool signed him as kind of the next best thing in football. 1.5 million, spent some time in their academy, played a few games for them in the Premier League after a loan at Wigan in the Championship, had another loan at Wolves in the Championship, did well, went back to Liverpool, played for Fulham in the Championship, played for Rem in League, played for Rangers in the Scottish Premier League, went back to Liverpool again. I mean, he never really broke in properly for the Liverpool side, it feels like. Joined Cardiff on loan, 41 appearances, 5 goals. Joined Millwall on loan, 18 appearances. Cardiff went back to Cardiff on a free, where he's been playing for the last few years of his career in the Championship, playing very well. Got released, we signed him. That is the career story of Shea Ojo. I think he can do a good job at Championship level, so we'll see how that goes. Ronnie Stutter is the last man we've signed. Ironically, though, I should Stutter over a guy called Stutter. He's a striker, primarily, and can also play on the wing. Again, very quick, good finisher, really good pressing forward, more competition up front for Jaden Williams. After a career where he played for Chelsea 4 times in the Premier League last season, didn't do particularly well in those appearances, but he played 4 times in the Premier League, had a loan at Rotherham in League One, 15 goals in 40, a loan at Cardiff in the Championship, 6 in 17 there, and made his debut for Chelsea in 23-24, coming off the bench in a league tie. Before that came through the West Ham Academy. So he's a good little player, is Ronnie Stutter, and I think he's going to be a big fixture for us. Otherwise, the last man on the bench for us is Kyle Samuel, who you all know. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the game and see if we can get a victory today. Okay, so we're here in the dressing room then, and it says our home form is important. I don't think I like that. I'm going to say they're 7th in the form table, where we're 17th. We need to step things up. It hasn't worked, but I feel like we should be stepping things up. We've got a brand new squad with us, and that's going to be an important part of our lives. We're going to tell everyone to get out there and make a difference because they need to. Hopefully Jaden Williams will feel like he can get some goals today because he's been on a bit of a dry spell, and that's unlike him. He usually gets lots of goals per season. Rafael Diaz apparently looks aggressive, which I'm not sure I want from him, but if it gets him performing well, that'll be fine. Hopefully Gareth Bale will show up today as well. On the Rochdale side, there are very few players I recognise the names of. I have a feeling I've managed Arturo Okonkwo, the goalkeeper, at some stage, but I don't remember where or when. I don't think it was with Wroxham. The media think we're going to scrape it 1-0, apparently, is their professional opinion of our likely results. We'll see how that goes for us. The game's kicking off, and hopefully we can get ourselves a nice result today. I would like to see a nice result. Also, Armstrong Oko Flex might be my new favourite name we've seen so far. Good stuff. Throw in for Wroxham then. Gareth Bale taking it, of course, to Williams. Williams back to Bale. Bale getting into the box. Can he create some magic here? Has a pop out of Okonkwo and doesn't quite manage to make anything happen from it, unfortunately. But we're okay. We're looking lively for the start of the game, which is all I can really ask of us for now. Hopefully we'll stay looking lively and start getting a few more chances on goal. Throw in again with Gareth Bale now on the near side. Goes long looking for Edwards. Doesn't quite find him. Akapo Diallo has headed the ball back to Bale. Finds Elietim, and Chimeze has a header. It's going to take me a while to get used to the new players we've got in the squad, the names, because they are all difficult to pronounce. Elietim is a name I need to get used to saying. Throw in now for Rochdale to Stevens. Big ball forward from Akabo Diallo, whose name I'm never going to say properly. And Armstrong Oko Flex, the man of the moment, the name of the game, has scored, but it's offside. We have had an uppy-downy kind of first half, haven't we? And we're still doing okay. We're still leading on the XG. We're still leading on possession. Still slightly better on the average rating. So we're working hard. We're trying to get things done, but it's going to be a very close game, I think, this one. I think the 1-0 prediction could be fairly accurate. It just depends on which way that 1-0 goes. So we made it half-time. It's still 0-0. We've had some decent performances so far. The XG story, no one's looked like scoring, really, is what it's trying to tell us. At half-time, we'll have a look with a better team here. Keep doing what you've been doing. We'll be fine. It feels like a strong way to react. And we're getting no strong reactions from the players. Gareth Bale has shown up today, which is nice for him. Fabio also having a really good debut. And I'd like to say Rafael Diaz has been looking respectable so far. We'll see if that keeps up, of course, because we do need to get out there. We're going to tell them that they've got the ability to make a difference. Go out and do it. Everyone on the field, we're going to tell that, because they do all have that level of ability to be able to go there and make a difference. And hopefully one of them will step up and do it. Well, we're coming into the final 10 minutes now of the second half, and it's not been tremendously spectacular, it's got to be said. I have sent on some subs to try and sort of get a change of result for us. Ojo, Stutter, Samuel, Forson and Inglis have all come on in kind of more attacking roles just to try and get something out of this game. I'm trying to fire the boys up. I've been yelling fire up at them for a while now. Hopefully we'll have one last go, see if we get a result out of them. because this looks like it's going to be a bore draw with 3 minutes of injury time left. We've had no highlights in the second half. The game's just kind of fallen into a bit of a neutral, which is not necessarily the ideal for us. And Kyle Samuel might just sneak a Man of the Match award out of this game somehow, having come on and done nothing that we've seen bar being solid at the back. I feel kind of bad for both you guys and for the Wroxham fans, because that's full time. It has ended 0-0. Randy Straker's taken the Man of the Match award somehow from that. It was just a very defensive game. But honestly, a draw, not too bad, with a team that's not on great form against a team who are on much better form than us, much further up the league than us, with a lot of new players who have, I guess, just need to get to know each other a bit better. People seem inspired and motivated, so that'll do us just fine. Jaden Williams, again, off form. Probably should have put Joe Hugill up top as a more established or currently on better form striker. But I do like to keep the faith in Jaden Williams. I do think he's still got a few more goals left to offer in him. I really feel bad. We've not really seen a proper goal today. We saw a disallowed goal from Armstrong Occo. Awesome name. We've seen some good stuff happen, but we've not had a result. We've not had a win. We've not really had much in the way of highlights. A nice quick episode today, I guess. So I guess we'll just see what we're going to come back, shall we? Okay, so having a look at the fixture list then, I think we're going to come back for this game here against Crewe. I think I said that already, but we're going to come back for this game against Crewe. That should be a good next... Someone's dying outside, I think. Should be the next game I think we get to. We'll do the Crewe game. We're doing Crewe. Trying to work out where we are in the season with my head maths. Yeah, let's do Crewe. Let's do Crewe. Why not? Because that way when I come back for Wrexham, I'll see my brain's saying come back for Swindon again. We've already done Swindon this season. We'll come back for Crewe. That'll be our plan for the next game. There's a lot of fixtures here I'd like to cover, but I feel like it's taken us forever to get through this season already. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lane. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends, leave the comments, all that good stuff. It all really helps out the channel. And until next time, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Stay safe and have a good one.